Well, not everything. Just some important details.
I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no! I leapt toward him.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding...
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please, calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
So? Believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one. Tenmyoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No!
You... I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that. So why don't you do it? Go ahead, press that button.
What?!
Tenmyoji!
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh. Do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well?
You son of a bitch.
So you were just bluffing?
I'm not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's legs shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. Shit! Not good!
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening? There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked.
What are you saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn. How much do you know?
Enough. But you know, there's one thing I need to know. What is the password to the number 2 bomb? I don't have any of the other passwords, so hey, you could massage your ego by telling me one password, not that it'll do us any good.
Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation passwords.
None of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know. But there is someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy.
Well, that's nice of you. I needed exactly one.
The password for bomb number 2 is...
Hold your sass there, Dio. I need to get a pen. Alright, I'm all ears. Please.
EQD, DYR, NTK.
You know, it's amazing to hear that he is stroking his ego enough to give us the one password that we needed. Thank you, Dio, for being such a predictable asshole. No, if I was more of an ass, I would recite all of the passwords, including the one he just gave us, to his face. Wipe that smug look off his face. Thank you, Dio. That's the one password I needed. I have all of the other passwords now. Thank you. Would you like to hear the other passwords? I can recite them for you.
Bomb number 2.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device.
Do you have the input device?
Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Nah, fuck that. Go down kicking and screaming. Where's the input device?
Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
Well, I mean, I could bash your skull against the wall until you give us the information, if that would help. Nah, you need to think. Maybe do that twice, just to rally him up, and then start breaking his limbs. You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on?
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
Oh, he's gonna kill himself. No! Wait! I threw myself towards Dio and wrapped my hands around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit!
No! You are not going to die until I say you can die!
Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the soparil.
No! If we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of him!
You think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this.
Urgh. Shit!
What are you doing, Luna? Go! Right. Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
You can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead, tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
You first.
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up. Right. Here goes.
As they began to climb off him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I'd expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. I'm curious where we are now. Alright, we're at bomb number 2 deactivation code. We got 2 more things to get. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and stop the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Well, shit. Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see the despair on everyone's face.
Alright, no point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, we've still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not.
Right.
All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario, we'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
I mean, honestly, that's their best bet at this point. Without the input device, there's no way to put in the passwords I have.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Phi turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here, you go check somewhere else.
Okay.
If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
I'm not familiar with that phrase, but I am familiar with another phrase. Don't make promises you can't keep. What? No, that's not a thing! And it doesn't make any sense! Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. Well, I admit I am a bit curious.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page.
Hell of motivation. Hey, you might die, but you know, if you died, you'd never see Phi in a swimsuit.
Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. Be careful, alright? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. It wasn't good news. Damn. Only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. I broke into a run. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. And in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Not gonna find it in there, Sigma. Luna, you're still here?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh, why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yes! Why would I lie?
I see.
Aw, she really wanted to scan.
I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed toward the exit. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Oh, that's a decent amount of time considering we only have 15 minutes since I last checked. Are you sure? Only 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. Analyze my body. I lay down on the table, almost said tablet. Luna picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me, slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well, it says you're not a robot.
Oh, good! I mean, it wouldn't matter if he was a robot, but that would have been traumatic to be... I was a person my whole life, I thought, and then suddenly, oh, guess Sigma's a robot. Really would have turned his life upside down.
You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
What?
You're part machine.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
Fuck yeah, called it! Cyborg Man!
They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Sigma, it means you're basically a full human. You just have robot arms. And that's not that different from being a human. You just have stronger arms than most people.
You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous! I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones, and that must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did someone replace my arms? Wait. Okay, let's say you're right, and my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body. Which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
How do you know that?
I just do.
Ah, the I just do method. That's not an answer!
Yes, you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
What?
Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's...
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. Oh, shit! 1 minute. Only got a minute left?
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen. Because I was scared of Luna. She was calm. Unnaturally so. Like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
This is the other information I need. The username to get into the director's laptop. Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF DML016.
Well, the thing I had before was the username. I didn't have the password. This is good information to know. I'm gonna have to rewrite slightly and put in this new information that is absolutely important. GTF-DM-L-016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. 016. Okay, it's written down. We now have both the username and the password to get into the director's laptop. I think I know what we're going to be doing next.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Before she could answer, the world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Well, it looks like we're at credits again. Well, this is good. I have all the information that I could possibly need, except for the Memento Mori thing. With the lions and the death and the eating of sons. I have all the bomb passwords. I have both the username and the password to the director's laptop, which I think should be my first move to explore that laptop. To be fair, we have gone down a timeline where we needed the bomb passwords. But considering the fact that I now have what I need to, what I was originally setting out to do, honestly. When I went to all the other timelines, the thing I was looking for above everything else was to find the director's room username and password. And then the bombs were just a side thing, really, because I knew I needed them. And don't get me wrong, the bombs are important, but more than anything, I need to know what the director's room laptop has. I need to know. If I didn't get that password in this timeline that we're currently in, I don't think I would have gone back to that laptop. But since we got it and the password for the 2 bomb, and we have all the pieces to the puzzle set up, I've got to go back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can cut the rest of the credits out, because you've seen it before. I think the only time I'm going to keep all of the credits in a second time is when we finish this off. When we disarm all the bombs. After we have gone into the director's room laptop. Then, I will let you see all the credits again. Or we can skip them, I mean, it's up to you. But, that's neither here nor there. Cutting now! Sigma end. Huh, weird. I was expecting that to be Luna end. Well, I've got main character end, I guess. Alright, and that only leaves 3 more endings we could possibly get. Yep, and there's my ending. I'm gonna go on a limb and guess that this is Phi's ending down here. Maybe. And that Phi's ending has us all. And like I said in the credits, it's time we went back to the very first timeline that we were on, so that we can finish what we started here. I remember correctly, in this timeline, everyone except Phi, Sigma, and Quark are dead. But, I mean, I'm sure we'll get some intel that we need from, whatever we find going on here, and then allying and maybe betraying. I don't know. But that's something for future me to deal with. See you guys in the next episode.